Hey guys, GhazzyTV here with another Path of Exile video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the Archnemesis League mechanic, the recipe that I'm running, why I'm running it, and my thoughts about this bullshit. I say bullshit simply because of the fact that this is the window in which you can gather Archnemesis monsters, modifiers, or items, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So what they do is that when you kill monsters, you have a chance of getting these thingies, which is basically a piece of a part of a recipe. Now, these recipes, obviously, there's available links for tons of these things that shows you what you get for doing certain combinations. However, in my case, from what I've seen, the best version of running it has been to start with a big boy recipe, which is starting the first one with mirror image, which is re-rolling roll rewards 2 additional times and getting scarabs. And then putting the Treant Horde as a second one, where they drop a randomly chosen reward type. And then also having a third one, which will be normally people run with currency. I am actually running Corruptor, which is going for Abyss Jewel, which I'm combining with this modifier over here, the Corrupted Gaze. So I drop a ton of jewels, and 20% of those will have 5 or 6 modifiers. So that's what I'm doing, and I think that's pretty fun. And the fourth one being the Rejuvenation for additional currency rewards. So that's the kind of big boy recipe that I'm running with. The problem with this, though, is that you first have to get these big boy recipes. For example, the mirror image requires me to drop an Echoist and a Soul Conduit. That means I have to get 2 different small Archnemesis thingies. Then I have to go to the Archnemesis statue and put one of the recipes in first. And then on the second one, I'll pop in the second recipe. Now, as you can see here, these are highlighting in with a border. This means that I can do a recipe with these. These 3 are Steel Infused, Sentinel, and Toxic, which gives me the Treant Horde. Now, obviously, I have a ton of these, and I'm going to show you the big recipe in this video, so I don't have to do this. But this is a clear display of showing this. However, this is not a recipe, but this is a combination that I'll be running with. So what I think about this is that it's really annoying, simply for the fact that this is a small window that you have to store them, and I am going for one of the bigger recipes, which means that I don't really have room to have the opportunity or the chance to even focus on a secondary recipe or a third recipe. I will strictly only have access to this specific strategy. The problem is I wanted to make this video yesterday, and yesterday I streamed for like 16 hours, and I never dropped a single piece of Chaos Weaver. Now, Chaos Weaver is what I need to make the Corruptor. So as you will be able to see on the screen here when Kik is going to edit it, is that the mirror image that I saw here earlier requires an Echoist and a Soul Conduit. I have a Soul Conduit, but don't have an Echoist. The Treant Horde is created by the Steel Infused and the Sentinel and the Toxic. The Corruptor is made through a Bloodletter and a Chaos Weaver. And the last one is Rejuvenation, which is created from a Gargantuan together with a Vampiric. So basically, I need 3 of these, or one of these 3 each, and I need 2 for the other ones, and 2 for this one, and 2 for this one to create 1 each for this recipe. And in this map, I will be able to pop all 4 of those to make 1 run. So 16-hour stream yesterday, and today I've been live for 7.5 hours as I create this video, and I've dropped 1 Chaos Weaver in my last map. So it's just super annoying in getting your hands on these recipes. It's very clunky, and because of the way that I feel that it's not really worth pushing these type of league mechanics unless you have the big recipe, makes it so that I barely touch it unless I get the correct drops. The only other good thing with this is that if you drop something that gives you extra unique items, you can then make a new low-level character and go pop them in a low-level area to then drop Dead Reckonings or Tabulas, Wanderlust, Gold Rim, all that jazz, right? So that's been really good. But now that we're away from the early stage leveling gear farming, this is not that attractive anymore. Anyways, I'm going to show you the big recipe, which is starting with a mirror image, and I'm just going to run this one first. I'm going to finish off the map by showing you the progression of all of this. So as you can see here, we get Scarabs, and the big things will happen when I get the Corruptor going for my strategy that I'm running with. I got a Vampiric now, which means I can make another one of the Rejuvenation, which I clearly don't need right now. Next one, I'll pop a Treant Horde. And we'll just pop this one, kill this one real quick. I get a bunch of Scarabs. Bunch of Scarabs, really juicy strategy to do this. So here we have the next one, and now we've popped the mirror image, we popped the treant horde, we're going to pop the corruptor, and now I'm going to start dropping a ton of abyssal jewels with this specific strategy at least. So we get, as you can see here, a shitload of rewards, and when I say shitload, I mean a shitload. So this one is a corrupted with penetration, no 5 or 6 mods in here, still getting a bunch of scarabs, and I'm just going to loot all of them. So we have a couple of 5 and 6 mods jewels in here, which is basically the strategy that I'm doing. And then we get one more set with all of this on top of some extra currency orbs on the last one that I'm going to pop in just a moment. On the last one, we're going to pop a rejuvenation to drop some more currency orbs, and they roll 1 additional time, choosing the rarest result. And this is basically the go-to choice for what I'm running with in terms of the Archnemesis recipe. So as you can see, we're getting a ton of rewards for this. So that's really good in that sense. But the problem is, this has taken me over 24 hours of active gameplay to get to the point where I can drop this much amount of loot from the league mechanic. And the only thing I can do now is I have to, in my case, I'm only lacking this one, which means I have to find another Chaos Weaver and another Bloodletter and pop them in a map to make a Corruptor. And then the map after that, I can do this one more time. And this took me over 24 hours of active gameplay to do, which has just been absolutely terrible. There are ways for you to do certain content that specifically have a higher probability to drop in the recipes you want, but I'm not sure how I feel about this process, because again, I feel like I'm limiting my entire Archnemesis inventory for one specific map drop, and I'm not too happy about that approach. I am generally happy about everything else in the league right now, but the league mechanic itself doesn't feel that good. But let me know what you guys feel about it and what you think of it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more content. And until next time, stay safe and keep rocking.